Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome. How you doing? That's not how it goes, does it? It goes like this. On this episode of the podcast, I'm going to talk about YouTube subs, messages, and Twitter. I don't know why I said it like that for, but Twitter. Let's get into it properly. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back to another edition, another episode, another recording of the Luke Who's Talking podcast with me, Steve. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm not Steve. Anyway, let's get into... why do I do that for? I don't know. With me, Luke. Okay. Anyway, let's get into the first story. Observation, really. It's not really a story. But anyway, I mean, it was an observation by me, and I'm converting that into a story for you? I don't know. Anyway, the other day I was on my old mate YouTube, and as we know, YouTube, plenty of stuff on there. And a video... came up. It was of like a burger, and I thought that looks good. It was like a burger recipe or something. I thought that looks good, so I just right click, open video in a new tab. So went over into a new tab for me, and I got to it. Actually, I never actually ended up watching it, but it come up. Went over into the other tab. I was doing whatever I was doing. This is confusing. So I got to the video eventually. Now, I didn't watch it, but I clicked on the name for the channel, because old mate Devy's profile. Very corporate-looking profile picture. Professionally done. So I had a look at his channel. Now, this channel of this... I don't think it was a chef, but it was a cook. They had like... 4 videos. I think it was only 4. It was 4 or 5. I think it was about 4 videos. And the first video was maybe a couple of months old. So maybe it was like 1 video a month sort of situation. Okay. Very nice, sexy looking thumbnails. The high-res pictures and all that jazz. And this channel, with its 4 videos, had over 200,000 subscribers. Had over 200,000 subs for its 4 videos. Now, going on that ratio, there's, I think, the Luke Who's Talking YouTube channel. So you can hop on over there if you're listening to this and watch my jazz hands in this particular podcast episode. Look, we've got like 60, 62 videos or something on there. So if old mate has 4 videos and he has 200,000 subscribers, this podcast should have a lot. Do I want to do the maths? Let's try doing the maths. So to make it easy for myself, I'll say, 10 videos. I think it was 230-something thousand for his 4. So we'll say over 10 videos, right? He has 500,000 subs. Can we agree on that ratio? That's what I'm using going forward. So that would be 60 we've got. So we want 6 5s. Which is 30. So we should have, what's that, 3 million subscribers? It's not 30, is it? No. So this YouTube channel, the YouTube channel that these podcast episodes go on, should have 3 million subs. Why doesn't it? Come on. And also, the Luke Who's vlogging, this is just full of cross-promotion, isn't it? The Luke Who's Vlogging YouTube channel. We've got, I think there's 6 videos on there. 13 subscribers, I think it has. I mean, look, it should have at least 300,000 going off these ratios. Come on. How does that happen? How does a channel have 4 videos and have over 200,000 subscribers? How does that happen? Really, here's the thing. YouTube's very unfair. Here's a hot take for you. YouTube's very unfair because there's people, I'm not saying I'm one of them, but, you know, people who are putting out good videos, good content consistently, and just are slogging their guts out to get subs, right? Whereas you got a channel with 4 videos, okay? 4 videos with over 200,000 subscribers. And I'm just, how does that even happen? I don't know. But anyway, everybody, boycott this channel. I can't even tell you what it was called because I can't remember what it was called. But I saw the picture of a burger and I was like, that looks nice. And that's pretty much as far as it went, if I'm honest. What the video was called, I don't know. Yeah, there was a cookie on there too, I think. A recipe for that. But yeah, 4 videos with over 200,000 subscribers. Crazy. Mind blown. Boom. An explosion. Anyway, let's get into the next the next thing. I got to say it's an issue. Well, is it really? I don't know. Anyway, I've got an issue. I'll float it to you, and I want opinions. Well, I'm after opinions. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. So now, in episode 52, you may recall Mum dropping some hints, could I say, about a particular person. I know about a particular person I went to school with. And they were like, oh, geez, aren't they lovely? And I was just going, yes, I know. We're having that. Episode 52 after that. Now, since then, I've seen this person and we have talked, etc. And I said to them, I floated to them if they would like to meet up, maybe, and do something. And they were keen. They were like, yeah. So I thought, cool. And they said, hey, like, you know, give me, just give me a couple of weeks. Got something on. Getting a house ready, I believe it was, to be sold. Their sister's house, I think it was. So I was like, that's fine. I can wait. I'll wait for you. Excuse me. That was fine. So after I saw them, you know, I waited, I don't know however long it was, week, 2 weeks, whatever. Sent them a message, said, you're still interested, right, on meeting up, getting together, whatever, okay? That's fine. And now, I also, when I was talking to them, I laid the platform and I said, you know, it was a call of action of sorts, and I said, I'll be in touch. Because a lot of times, at least for me, I'm sure I'm not the only person who has sort of experienced this, but you might be talking to somebody and you'd be like, do you want to do something? It's like, yes. And as sort of as far as it goes, there's not really like a follow-up cause to that, could I say, of do you want to go out, for example? Yes, you know, call me Friday or whatever. There's not like a time frame. There was a situation once before, probably talked about it on the podcast, I think it did. Anyway, but I was talking to somebody, I said, I'd like to talk to you about something. They were like, okay, not today. So then I was like, okay, how about this day? I thought, instead of just going, yeah, sure, leaving it, got to put like a time frame on it. Anyway, well, some sort of like a call to action. So they put a time frame on it. That's fine. So then I put my call to action of, I'll be in touch. All right. So that's fine. So I sent them a message. Yeah, nothing happened. And then like maybe a week later or something, I thought I saw them. So I just sent them another one saying, oh, I was on my bicycle riding XYZ. Thought I saw you, you know. That's actually not what it said, but it's just something along those lines. Now, here's the thing. They have, because on good old Facebook Messenger, you get their little round profile pic thing, right, comes up, excuse me, beside the message. So you know if they've seen a message. Also, like if you send somebody a text, I might get the read receipt or whatever on there. That's fine. So, now, next week, what's going on? Oh, just got a notification in my phone. So, next week, Thursday specifically, I'm physically going to be in the same building. I'm going to see this person next. Actually, I saw them Tuesday or yesterday. I'm recording this Wednesday. Confusion, but I've seen them since, and I will see them Thursday. So after all that, here's my thing. Here's my query, my question for you, the listener. Thoughts. Give me your thoughts, please, on this. Should I, and how do I raise I won't call it an issue, but raise the thing of, so I sent you a message or two or three, you've read it, why haven't you replied back? Why haven't you replied to my messages? Is that or just be like, whatever. But this is just, I guess this is just not necessarily specific to my situation, but like, is that something that is appropriate to do in a social setting, or what? I don't know. Is that something you should even do? Say to somebody, or hinted them that you've reached out to somebody, contacted them, and they haven't reciprocated back? I don't know. It's interesting because some people, that they probably haven't replied on purpose. Okay, but I would suggest this particular person, that's not necessarily their case. So, yeah. But anyway, so if you're reaching out, so if I sent my old mate Bandrew a letter, superbly handwritten, okay, posted it over to Mexico, wherever he lives. He receives it and he sends me, an email or a message, for example, on Discord. He's like, "Grouse, got your letter." That's fine. I know you've got it, and there's a bit of like, "Yep, got it, superb." However, if I sent me old mate Larko a letter to Serbia, right? And he just doesn't say, "Oh yeah, got your letter, cool." But I had tracking on it, so I know it's got there, or something like that. That's a really bad example. But yeah, anyway, how do you raise that? Is it something you should raise? If somebody's read a message that you've sent them, and you set it up as well, and they haven't replied back, should you say, "Why haven't you replied back to this?" I mean, I don't know. And then if you should, how do you go about saying it? I don't know. That was a really easy thing, I think, for me to tell you, but I've made an absolute, complete dog's dinner of it. Basically, I sent somebody a message. I told them I would. They read it, have seen it, because Facebook has given me the little read thing. So should I tell them, or should I ask them why they haven't replied? There we go. That was easy, wasn't it? Anyway, let's get into the next thing, and we'll start wrapping it up. Welcome back. I feel like I should say welcome back, but you haven't been anywhere. You've just heard and then that's it. Anyway, so as some of you may know, we have a Twitter account. Why am I saying we? There is a Twitter account for the podcast. It is at @L_who's talking on Twitter. Now, I'm not particularly active on Twitter, but I have something set up, and that is when a new episode goes live. Twitter tweets about it. Wow. the podcast host is set up to tweet the episode out on Twitter. Is that better wording? I don't know. Anyway, so it's a bot post, if you will. An automated post. Anyway, so that's fine. So that's been going on Twitter, but I haven't been doing any other tweets. Anyway, so the other day I logged on, and because actually I had whatever version of Firefox did an update, and I was having trouble. I couldn't get on, and I was just sort of left it. So I hadn't been on there for week. I don't know, anyway. But I've been back on Twitter, logging in on the browser and all that jazz. Anyway, but because it's had the automated tweets, Twitter's like, oh, you have to prove to us you're not a robot. So now when I log into the podcast Twitter, it's like, are you a robot? And you click the thing, are you a robot? No. And then you got to click, choose a dog in the grid of pictures, and you click on the dogs, that sort of thing. So that's been happening. So I've been trying to just be slightly more active than I was on Twitter with tweeting things, just so Twitter's like, yeah, this isn't a robot, a dodgy Twitter account. So that's been interesting to sort of, prove to Twitter I'm not a robot. As it were. So yeah, that's just something that's been going on with the Twitter. So I need to. What do you tweet about? What do I tweet? I don't know. Oh, I thought about. I don't know. On next week's episode of a podcast, I talk about YouTube channels with 4 videos but over 200k subs. Something like that, maybe. Is that what I tweet? What do I tweet? What do you tweet? What do you post on social media? I don't know. But, so that's something that's been happening for the Twitter. So should be active more so on there, so Twitter's not like, oh, you're a robot. You got to prove you're not a bit. So, that's that. Anyway, let's wrap things up, I suppose. Thank you, everybody, for listening, as always, and thank you for watching, if you're out there watching this on the YouTubes. And, I just enjoy stuff. If you're in my town, enjoy your long weekend. Monday off. Whoa. And so that means next week, 4-day weekend. And if you decide to throw a sickie, 3 days off. You get 3 days. That'd work next week. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, of course, you can send me an email at lukewho'stalkingpod@gmail.com. The Twitter, of course, at L_who's_talking. But why do you want to follow that for? Because it's a bot page. And also the Facebook page where nothing happens. I don't know. Really probably should delete that. I don't know. Anyway, and if you've been listening to this and you're like, wouldn't mind watching it, you can hop on over to YouTube and search up Luke Who's Talking. Hopefully it'll come up at the top. And you won't get a YouTube channel with 4 videos but over 200k subs, because that's not this one. Okay? That's not any of mine. I got 3 YouTube channels. None of them have that many subs combined. Maybe one day. I don't know. Anyway, everybody, hope you've enjoyed it as always, and I'll catch you all next time. See ya.